When you play a big track, you need to play it like no one else is playing it.
There's a million ways to find success in the industry. I think it's about doing what's real and authentic to you.
And sometimes the people don't have to see what what you're doing every day. Why?
What up, my friends? Brodienero TV. Welcome back. Another great episode about to go down. I'm here with my friend Klement Bonelli. How are you, bro?
Hey, I'm very good, thank you. Thanks
Yeah,
for having me.
yeah, of course, bro. I was just thinking, you played Miss Fish last night,
Yeah,
burned it down,
it was a
and
nice event. Very nice
yes,
event.
I think the first time you came was Tuesday for my She's With Us event. This
Yeah,
was
I think so.
sometime
Yeah, just
last year.
after New Year's, I think
Yes, earlier
something
part.
like this, like a New Year after party or something like this. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, it was
It
really
was fun.
good.
Yeah.
And you played Miss Fish last night for the summer festival, which was really cool. And you said something to me via text today, and how you thought Miss Fish is one of the best small clubs around the world.
Yeah, of course,
Do
of
you really
course.
feel so?
Yeah, I feel so definitely.
Wow.
One one thing, it's because it's in Bali, and Bali to me is the new place.
Mm,
Honestly, it's where everything is happening and will happen. Honestly, it's the beginning of something very important. I think so.
wow.
Yeah, I really feel it since 3 years, the changes since I came the first time. And I see the lineups, I see the tourists,
Yes.
and yeah, I see big things in Bali
Yeah.
for the next years.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that's
yeah.
great to hear. We were saying earlier when we were discussing before we.
And yes, Miss Fish is one of the most important places in Bali, and
Mm,
due to the fact it's limited capacity, it's in the center of Canggu. There's a movement. I can feel a movement in this club. You see.
yeah.
So thanks to your work, your partners, etc. You are really real promoters. You not only promote the parties, but you see, you're doing this podcast. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you are a real promoter because you promote everything. And that's what happening back in the days in places like Ibiza with teams. And it's no more working like this, you see. So,
Yeah.
so you are using what they were doing in the past in Ibiza with promoters, with guys like Mo and Alex and all those guys. It's a
Yeah.
communion of people with energy.
Yep.
And yes, it's something's gonna happen here. I really feel
You
it.
feel it.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
cool. And yeah, like I was
It's only
saying,
the beginning, you see.
yeah.
And so yes, Miss Fish is one of the places, of course.
Oh
So
man, that's so nice to know and to hear. And we feel the same. We feel as though, even though there's a lot bigger venues on the island, Miss Fish is still very, it's a staple. It's an important venue
yeah,
in
exact.
Bali.
Yeah,
And by bringing artists like yourself and other internationals, we're starting to get more inquiries, people sending us talent they want to play here.
yeah,
So it's really, our focus was to really make sure that when artists are planning their Asian tour, Miss Fish is a place they want to
yeah,
be.
yeah. Of course, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
cool, bro. Speaking about performance last night,
Yeah,
you put on a show, and I was thinking a lot about your performance last night. How typically when we think DJ, we think playing left to right, song for song.
yeah,
And when I heard you playing, I mean, there's four decks in Miss Fish. I think almost all of them were being used by you. And I felt you doing something interesting. So a lot of people go by the term DJ producer,
yeah,
but in my humble opinion, and this is said with the utmost respect, I
yeah,
hear producer DJ when I hear you play.
yeah. Probably, probably.
Because in moments where you think someone's going to finish one song and go to the next,
Yeah,
you'll sit on a loop in one song for
yeah,
maybe 3 more minutes, bring another song in, let that song run, then come back to the previous song and let it start to run,
yeah.
all while
Exact,
throwing an
exact,
acapella on the top of it.
exact.
So it's so far from the typical DJ thing where you go left to right. Not to make DJs sound simplified or that there's
Yeah,
anything wrong going left to right, but I think what makes your performance special is that it's so far from predictable.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean, we were speaking about it earlier, this moment with Yella Habibi, Vanko's new hit
yeah.
song.
Exact.
I
exact.
mean,
Yeah, I think
like,
it was one of the big moments of the event. But
oh, for sure.
I'm gonna tell you where this come from.
Please.
So it comes from the fact I'm producing. It's a fact,
Yeah.
but not only. And maybe the main reason is not the fact that I'm producing.
Mm.
The main reason is that I'm coming from the US house scene
Hmm.
from the late 90s.
Right.
And at this time, they were all playing vinyls. And on the vinyls, you had on the B side the dub of the track. And most of the time, you have the a cappella and the main mix on the A side. And so on all the biggest releases, the US DJs like Roger Sanchez, Little Louis Vega, Danny Tenaglia, and all the other ones, they were buying 3 copies of the vinyls, playing first the dub, then the a cappella, then the original mix, then 2 copies in the same time with phasing because there were no effects on the mixer. So they were like phasing the tracks with delay like this. And I come from this scene. I was so inspired by all those guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm doing what they were doing before with the new technology, you see?
Yeah.
But that's my inspiration. And I had chats with all those guys, mostly with Roger Sanchez, and he always teach me that um, when you play a big track, you need to play it like no one else is playing it. You see, and it makes you different from the other ones. You see, most of the DJs are playing the track at 1 minute. They start the track at 1 minute, the first minute, and then they cut. Okay, but it's like a playlist playing like this. Even the new softwares are doing this.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's
So
true.
so now you have to create, you see, so with the loops, with the dubs, because some people send me the dubs of their tracks. They release only the main mix, and now maybe only the edit mix sometimes, because it's famous now to only release like 4 minute tracks, and back
Yeah.
in the days it was 12 minutes. So
Crazy. Yeah.
so sometimes I'm asking the producer, please send me a dub of this track so I can play the dub and then I will play the original. So I have a lot of secret things like this, you see. So
Yeah.
for Yala Habibi, I did not ask Bonko, but I'm gonna ask him to. I created this last time for the first time. You
That's what
see?
you said to me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. It
I've
was like I was doing this with other records, but with Yala Habibi, it was the first time. And so when I was playing, I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna ask Vonko like only the drums or the bass, and I'm like this. I'm gonna do something even more special. You see?
You got to.
Yeah.
And what I want to do, just to give some context so people can kind of envision what happened. Like, normally when I take a video of a DJ, it's for like a drop and
Yeah.
maybe it lasts like 30 seconds, 1 minute at the most.
Yeah.
This video is easily, I'm pretty sure anyway, I have to double check, but at least like 2 minutes or close to it.
Yeah.
And typically when people are taking these DJ highlight videos, it's a climactic moment with a drop and then the song comes back. But what you did was you sat in the middle of Yalla Habibi for like minutes, bro. And then if I'm not mistaken, you brought it in on the other side
Yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
So on left side we got Yalla Habibi, on right side we got Yalla Habibi. Who knows what acapella is sitting on top? And
And
then
there
you would,
was another drum, I think, from Vonko, another track from Vonko.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah,
Yeah, and then
behind.
you would like you would bring it in so people get excited, and then you would strip it all away, and then sit in this simple loop. And these guys were losing their shit in the
Yeah,
VIP.
yeah, exact.
It was so cool, man.
Yeah, because they already saw that I was going to play the track. They heard the first element, so I said, "Okay, it's too easy. I don't have to give them the pleasure now. They have to
Right.
be patient." You see?
Yes.
So yeah, I did a kind. What's François Kevorkian from New York is doing this. He put some drums and with the stems, etc. He with delay, he's creating dubs like reggae dubs beside with the delay. And I was doing this last night. You see,
Yeah.
like again a New York DJ François Kevorkian. So that's where I'm coming from, and that's what makes me different. I think. You see. because we
Absolutely.
have to be different today. So I try to be different with my culture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure, man. Speaking about production, I was looking online and I saw, I mean, you're saying you're coming from the late 90s era, like your first release on Beatport was something like 2002,
yeah, that's
if
it.
I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
yeah.
and different genres, tech house, dance, regular house. And I was just thinking, bro, like 2002 until now, I mean, that's over 20 years.
Yeah.
To start then and still 20 years later, be actively touring, releasing, making all these things happen. What do you give credit to that you think has made your career be able to go this long?
I don't know. I'm not sure it will be the same today because today the artists are growing up very quickly.
Hmm.
So in 1 year or 2 years, if they have a big track, they are suddenly at the top. And back in the days, it wasn't like this. To get gigs, you had to have at least 5 or 10 tracks before getting gigs.
Like big
Yeah,
releases.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. 5, 10 releases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the days, but today, someone like I have a friend in Switzerland. I think he played at Miss Fish, Rafa Guido, with just one track.
Yeah, yeah.
You booked him out. Back in the days, it wasn't existing. This,
Hmm.
so it's better for the young generation because everything is happening quickly, and I'm
Yeah,
happy for them. A lot of guys starting during COVID, they wanted to be DJ
yeah,
during the COVID. I didn't understand because
yeah,
we weren't working and the
yeah,
new ones were coming. Oh, we want to be DJ, but man, you're doing something that's forbidden. But let's see, it's cool.
yeah,
I like the process,
yeah,
but yeah, I'm telling this to say that today it's easier if you have something big or if you are good in communication, and also if you have money, because it costs a lot of money to be hype those times.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it costs a lot of money. So because if you want to, if you have the luck to have a big track, so you're a nice producer and you have the luck, it's very good, it helps, but it's not enough. Behind, you need to buy management,
PR,
you PR,
ads,
recording studios, flights, sometimes you
content.
content,
It's
sometimes you need to play for free and travel for free because you need to be in this place
hmm.
and the owner doesn't want you. So you say, the young generation does that. You say, okay, I come. I took 2 business class and I come to play this gig because I need contents at this gig, at this place.
Yeah,
So even if you're lucky and have talent to have a good track, with no money today, it's very hard, you see?
yeah,
So
yeah. It's an interesting time, bro. Like I feel that there's people from opposite ends of the spectrum trying to succeed in music. So you got people that are really passionate about it that have to work
yeah,
a crummy job or something like this to pay for things and move themselves forward and because they want to become DJ producers. But then you've got people that are, let's say, wildly successful in real estate or entrepreneurs or influencers, and they're
yeah,
like, hey, I want to be in the spotlight of a DJ, so
yeah,
I'm gonna buy my way
yeah,
into the
exact,
scene.
exact,
It's a
exact.
crazy time.
But for the people who have a long career, of course, it's up and downs. I had very bad periods, honestly. It's
Oh,
not good all the times. In 20 years of music,
right.
honestly, a big part of the time has been difficult.
Wow.
And
Okay.
but it gives you the energy to continue because sometimes you're doing a good track, you have good feedbacks, you're back with some gigs, and it gives you the energy. Okay, I'm back in the game,
Wow.
and but it's like this, you see, it's waves.
Yeah.
So
I want to.
but waves gives you the opportunity to do it a long time. With the new generation, I'm not sure that once they will no more have offers to play, I'm pretty sure the way they started very quickly, they will
Hmm.
stop very quickly. They will do something else, you see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It rise quickly, could fall
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah, of course. I think it's gonna be like this. I hope they will continue because this new generation of producer and DJ is important because it gives the visibility for us.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So, because the young guys who are communicating massively, they are playing our tracks. So, they gave us exposure. So, I like to help those profile, those new profile. It's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
And the people who don't support the new generation, they lose everything, you see? Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
No, it's a great point. Um, on this podcast, Clement, we like to talk a lot about mindset and motivation, and I think
Yeah.
it's important that people understand the ups and downs, as you said, and the waves in
Yeah.
the industry. I'm super curious if you can remember a few of those times when things were slower, offers were slower, it was hard to put out and get creative with music. What do you think gave you the strength to not give up on sticking with this as a career and staying with it for the long run?
Not give up is very hard.
Mm,
Very, very hard. Honestly, before COVID, the year before COVID, to me was a transition year. And I was, for the first time, maybe thinking about stopping. You see?
wow. Sorry,
Because
at the beginning, during COVID?
the year before,
Ah, the year before.
the
Okay.
year before, it
Okay.
was like I did not have a lot of gigs. They were not especially good. I was playing only for friends. You see, I did not add requests for the good places. So
Mm-hmm.
I was telling myself, maybe your sound is not good. Maybe the people you're not interesting at this moment. So why not stopping? It's the time because I was uh, still young.
Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to start something else, you see.
Okay.
But COVID arrived and it stopped everything. And during COVID, I thought a lot about strategies, about what to do next. Also, COVID pushed me because honestly, I had no money because the year before was terrible as business,
Mm-hmm.
and the two in France, everything was forbidden during like 20 months. So 20 months without working, with the year before was terrible.
Wow.
You see, it's like 3 years of nothing. And
Yeah.
during COVID, I took all the risks. So I did events in places it was not allowed,
Right.
but I did a few small events. Every time that the government was giving a new law, okay, you can do something, but you need to be seated.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. Same
Okay,
thing in Toronto, bro.
oh, we can have a party in a restaurant if you are seated. Okay, so I
Yeah.
remember at this time, Black Coffee was playing in south of France, in restaurant, and I called his manager. I said, why is playing in it's forbidden, and she told me, no, there's the new law. Okay, so is he available in 4 days now? And she told me, yes, he's available. And okay, let's come to Lyon. And
Wow.
I took several risks during the COVID, and yeah, it gives me the energy to produce, uh, and to organize events. And because everything was stopped, I was saying that as everything is stopped, if I'm the only one doing things, I'm gonna work again before the other ones when it's gonna start again.
Yeah.
So it gives me motivations, you see?
Wow. It's so refreshing to hear
Yeah.
that because I think COVID times were very hard times for most people.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's so many stories about depression, substance abuse, suicide in extreme cases.
Yeah.
Like, but you somehow were able to pull yourself together and use that downtime as a time to climb up and
Yeah.
take risks. And
Yeah.
thank God you didn't because we still got Klement Bonelli here
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
Miss Fish and touring again.
Yeah. 2 years ago, I'm here. 2 or 3 years
Wow.
ago, I'm here.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a bad story, a very bad period, but I fight it against this. You see? So
It's amazing,
so I have
inspiring.
the power that I think nobody else have. Or not nobody, but we are not a lot having this love for our job, for the music,
Yes.
to keep pushing, you see?
Yeah.
Even if the complicated times, you see?
Yeah.
Most
Oh,
of
it's
us will
amazing
have
mindset.
stopped and do something else. And on the contrary, I said, no, no, let's push.
Yeah. No, I love that, man.
Yeah,
Super inspiring.
yeah.
Sticking on music now, your new single, and I want to make sure I say it right, Los Chicanos?
Yes, right. Yeah.
Dude, I thought I was reading somewhere that this song was, no, I was talking to someone the other day about a saxophone and they
Yeah.
know you and there's a sample of something in there from them. Who was I talking to? I'm drawing a blank.
So this track I did it with a friend of mine in 2009.
Oh,
So
wow.
which was a good period for me. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
And because this track was on several compilation like Defected, Ministry of Sound. So with this track I had a lot of gigs. So
Okay.
you wanted to talk me about the good periods of my career.
Yeah.
This from 2006 to 2010, 11, it was a good period for me.
Do you think
Yeah.
this is this was like your season where you would really establish yourself in the
Yeah, I
industry?
think so.
Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
cool.
Because I had the biggest labels behind me. I had a good manager. I a guy called Claude Monet was taking care of me, and this guy was the manager and publisher of Martin Solveig. And Martin Solveig at that time was in France was one of the three best ones, you see. So
Okay,
I had the opportunity to be in this team, and yes, it was a good period. Yeah.
great, great.
So I did this track Los Chicanos back in, yes, 2009, and everybody was thinking it was a sample,
Uh-huh.
but it's not a sample.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be a
Yeah,
sample.
it's something that I remember I played on keyboards with a software of trumpets,
Ah,
and of course it wasn't sounding like a synthesizer. So I met a guy called Matt Sax, a saxophone, and he replayed what I sent him. So I had the melody and I told him, okay, please make this sound real, you see?
yeah, yeah.
So I think he played like 3 or 4 trumpets and he gave me the final result. And so, yes, it's a good track for my career. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And even
Yeah.
even in the, I guess you could call it like a re-release version as of late. I mean, I had my Ibiza debut at Akasha this summer.
Yeah.
I played it, people went nuts. I was just in Phuket with it, people went nuts. A very
Okay.
powerful song.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because there were a lot of illegal versions back in the days, on YouTube, there are a lot of illegal versions with like 10 millions view. And
Whoa.
some of them I removed them once I knew that I was going to do a new mix. You
Ah,
see,
okay,
I,
yeah.
I, I kept some of the other ones, but a
Okay.
lot of people tried to sample this. And yeah, I just authorized in October someone to release something called Los Chicanos with my samples
Mm.
on Nervous Records. Yeah,
Whoa,
but
cool.
because I know that the title is like well known in the DJ community, so everybody will know that this is my.
Yeah.
It's not my track, but it's gonna be in a way my track. You see,
Yeah.
so
You're basically
yeah,
trademarking it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice, nice, cool, bro. I want to speak about something that is about 1 year old, and it's going to fall into the category of production
yeah,
and ghost production.
yeah,
And I think it was something you posted on Instagram, and it was talking about producers either not giving credit or not giving the respect and attention that's owed to people that are ghost producers and stuff. And I wanted to speak about it because I think it's a bit of a controversial thing. And like I myself, I'm super transparent about it. Like I'm an aspiring electronic music producer that's now starting to put the time in to get a lot better.
yeah,
And I've gone down the path of having co-producers and ghost producers, and it just didn't sit well with me.
yeah. Okay.
And I don't want to. take shots at people and artists that have full-on ghost production teams. You know, there's a million ways to find success in the industry. I think it's about doing what's
Yeah, I think
real and
so.
authentic to you,
Mm.
which is why I'm really focusing on my skills right now. But I was curious, what's your thoughts? Because I don't know for a fact, but I have a feeling you're behind a lot of great music that's out there right now that maybe doesn't have your name on it. Like, you've done some ghost production
No,
before?
never. I
Oh,
never did that. No,
oh,
never.
okay.
Never.
You never produced for another artist before.
Never.
Wow. And
Never.
is that because you don't want to? Have you turned it down? Have you had offers before?
I got a few offers,
Hmm.
um, but no,
Okay.
I never did it.
So, as someone that's very deep into music production, it's a huge part of your life for years now. What's your thoughts on what's happening right now in the industry? I mean, like, I'm just going to throw some stuff out there. So, I know for a fact that someone can go out there right now and send $400 to a producer,
Yeah.
get a pretty basic Afro house sounding song,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
go out there, create a DistroKid account, have it on Beatport 2 weeks later, if that. And I think it's a bit of a crazy time. And like I don't feel I'm in a position, you know, they say in the Bible, judge not lest ye be judged,
Yeah.
right? So I I don't want to necessarily judge people, but I know what feels right to me. I know what I want to do for myself. But I think it's something it's worth having the conversation, especially
Yeah.
from someone like yourself who's been in the industry for 2+ decades. You are a producer. What's your take on all of that happening right
I
now?
think the guys doing this are, maybe I'm wrong, but as you told, there are several ways to be famous now. And not only having tracks. You can be different. So why would you need a track to be big? Because you can be big doing different things. You
Hmm.
can be big recording a DJ set on a mountain,
Yeah.
on an helicopter.
Yeah.
So why do you need music for credibility? But we know that you're not doing it. So, but maybe I'm wrong, you see? So I think collaborations and co-productions are really interesting because sometimes you have an idea, a good idea, and you don't know or don't have the time to do it. So this I accept. But when everything is um, fake, I don't really understand because, as I told, there are several ways to be famous. So
Yeah.
and also there are now softwares that are doing this. So even no more need a ghost producer because you're going on the software. You
Yeah.
say, hey, the software, I want a track sounding like kind of music with this kick, with a piano like all the other ones.
Yeah.
And the software is doing it for you. So even this, it's dead. So I'm saying that they are losing their time doing this because the software, I think it's Suno or something. Yeah, Suno.
Yeah. Yeah.
The, and I was very curious about this software because Timbaland, one of the guys I respect a lot in the beat making industry,
Yeah.
is promoting this software. But
Oh wow.
I think it's helping probably the artist, the real artist like him. Maybe if he wants a guitar and doesn't want to go in the studio, he says the software give me a guitar. I have those beats. Give me a guitar.
Yeah.
And for someone creative like him, no problem. But for someone with no creativity and no ideas, that's my problem. You see,
Yeah.
uh, I can respect that artists are playing all the time now because back in the days, all the bigger names from January to April they were off, and now they go to Tulum, South America, etc. So they play 12 months on 12 months now.
Yeah.
Before they had this period where they were with their family and producing. Now it no more exists. So and they need some content and they love music. So I understand that they could ask some people some co-productions because they have ideas, they just don't have the time.
Right.
So this I respect totally. But for new kids with no ideas, no ideas and no, how can I say, just no ideas. Why do they use ghost producer? I, I think it's nonsense.
Yeah.
But for the people who have a background, who knows what they are doing, who just no more have the time, I understand that they can do like collaborations. No problem with that.
Yeah.
It's good for everybody. It's good for the other name, even if he's big. If it's a collaboration with two big names, it's perfect.
Yeah.
If there is a smaller name, it's perfect also because it gives visibility for the second name, so it's a win-win for everybody, you see.
Yeah.
But for the young generation with no ideas and no capacities, I think that it's terrible, you see. Both the softwares and the ghost producers. Because with this, everybody will sound the same. And this is what's happening. You see? So in my DJ sets, I'm trying to be different because everybody will play the same tracks now.
Yeah.
So in my DJ set, I try to be different. And in my production also, when I start something and I see that people are doing the same drums like 2 or 3 years ago, I stopped this. For example, I remember in 2000 and just before or after COVID, I don't remember. I did the Kanye West edit, which was huge everywhere. It was illegal, but it was on YouTube and Black Coffee, etc. Everybody was playing this one. And then, like 1 year later, everybody was doing Kanye West edits. So I stopped doing this because it was nonsense. I had the idea,
Yeah.
and then everybody did it. You see?
Yeah.
So I took the risk for the other ones. You see?
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Because it was very cheeky to do a Kanye West edit back in the days.
Yeah.
And now today it's normal. You see? Back in the days, having your name next to Kanye West, it wasn't good for.
Controversial for
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't
Yeah.
good. Yeah. But I took the risk, it worked, and then everybody did it.
Yeah.
It was so funny. You see?
Yeah. When you think about your production career and that period, and this is a bit of a selfish question because I'm always asking all the producers that I meet about how they cultivated and grew their skills. When you think about that period when you knew you wanted to become a producer and you could put together what seemed like a cool idea in your opinion, but the result wasn't on that industry standard level yet, what things were you doing on a day to day to elevate your skills outside of just sitting in the chair? Did you have mentors? Did you have courses, teachers,
Mhm.
anything? How were you growing your skills to become more and more self sufficient and be able to make a song that's on an industry standard level that could come out on some of these big
Yeah.
records like Nervous, Defected, etc.?
So when I started, I had no computer. So, and it was only the beginning of internet. So when I started, I only had a machine called MPC 2000.
Whoa, I know this
Yeah,
machine. It's
yeah. So I
crazy.
started with this. So I was doing like everybody. I was going to old school vinyl shops to get disco tracks, and I was sampling the disco tracks or some Afro disco funk, and I was sampling and was teaching how to make loop because doing loops back in the days with an
MPC.
MPC was very, very long. You see, something that you are doing in like 1 or 2 minutes on
On
Ableton,
Splice and like just
you were spending to have your loops perfect
yeah.
maybe 2 days or 3 days. Now Ableton is doing this in automatically. You have nothing to do. You just some adjustment. So
Mhm.
So I was starting like this, and I already saw that I had some problems because on the new tracks I was listening, there were more effects. You see,
Mhm.
on the MPC, you only had the filter, and I was checking the tracks on Strictly Rhythm, on Subliminal, and all those tracks they had filters, delays, and more effects. And I met someone very important in the club. I was playing in Lyon, in my hometown, a track of mine on a CD player, but a portable CD player, because CDJs were not existing back in
Right.
the day. So
Yeah.
I wanted to try my track. So I played that track on the CD, and there was someone in the club who thought, "Oh, you're playing a CD. What's that?" Is And I told you it's something I did, and he said, "Yeah, I know that it's something you did, because it's sounding very rough. It's
Mm.
and this guy is called Rojdi, and it's probably my best friend. And
Wow.
he had some equipments on the computer, and he told me, "Come to my house next week. I'm gonna show you how to sound like what you want."
Yeah.
So, and I was impressed because he had a lot of plugins in his computer. I even didn't know how to press enter on the computer,
Yeah.
and I was seeing like 10 lines of plugins, you see, and I was like amazed. And so I was telling, "Oh, so Daft Punk are doing like this?" Yes. The distortions, it taught me everything
Mm.
with the FX. And I saved some money to get a computer,
Okay.
because I needed this. So it teach me everything with the music on computer, because I was able to do some music with my MPC, but on a computer, I didn't even know how to press on. You see,
Crazy.
so I
Yeah.
remember back in the days I had Logic, yeah, Logic Audio and Reason. And this guy Rojdi put me those two softwares in my computer, and then I tried to do everything myself, you see.
Mm.
So I was checking how he was doing, and then years after years. And I
Wow.
think that I did my first track alone, because my first track I did it with him.
Okay.
And my first track alone was like 2 years later. And it's probably my biggest track. It's called Etna.
Edna.
I did this one in 2005, and yeah, it's my biggest tracks in terms of money, at least,
Yeah.
because back in the days I had the luck to be licensed on Fox TV in USA. The
Whoa.
track was used by a choreographer, so
Oh, cool.
I had this luck,
That's
very,
huge.
but basically I had a lot of luck when I was young.
Right.
Yeah, so that's important. Luck is so
Yeah.
important.
For
Y-
sure. But I also feel that luck a lot of times comes to people when they're on the path and they're
Yeah,
doing the work.
yeah,
If someone's sitting on the couch, not doing
yeah.
shit, not putting the time in, they don't often get lucky. So it's important to
But
recognize.
sometimes you work, 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 and it's always no, 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 no. It's too early. It's too early. It's not
Yeah.
my style. It's not the right place. I'm saying this for gigs, for labels, for sometimes during 1 year, everybody is telling you no. You see,
Mhm.
and you have to fight.
Right. And by fight, that looks like staying creative, staying
Yeah,
active, still knocking on doors, still
yeah,
sending
exact,
demos.
exact.
So just to understand here, you had the idea of wanting to become a producer, got yourself the MPC, started making music, went and played your started playing and played one of your original productions.
Yeah,
Someone manifested by luck,
yeah,
a higher level
exact,
producer
exact.
manifests into your life, becomes your best friend, and teaches you how to put your music on the next level. So you're watching him, shadowing him, working with him. And then there was a 2 year period where I guess you kept just working and creating,
Yeah,
putting the time in yourself.
exact.
And 2 years later, your biggest song comes out.
Exact. And
Wow.
it's also a question of luck for my first track with this guy.
Yeah.
You, it's a very funny story. Um, In Lyon, there was a small club called L'Ambassade, which is like 100 meters from my house. And I was walking down the street, and that night, DJ Charisma, a guy from Baltimore who was a DJ for back in the days, one of the top 5 house labels called Basement Boys.
Okay.
And he was walking in the street. And I told him, "Hey, you're Charisma, you're playing tonight." I
Yeah.
say, "Oh, yeah." And I told him, he was with the owner of the club. I told them, "Let's have a drink at home." I was living with my parents. And so they came in my,
No way.
they came home, and yeah, it was luck. And they came home, and I played him the track with Brodie, and he told me, "Burn me a CD." So I burned him a CD, and 3 days later, he was back in Baltimore, and I received an email, one of my first emails, because my computer was all new. So we are Strictly Rhythm. We are distributing. So Strictly Rhythm was the biggest label back in the days for house music. We are distributing Basement Boys, and Basement Boys wants to sign your track. So I was, what's happening? So luck. You
Wow.
meet the guy in the street, you bring
Comes to
him
your
home,
parents' house for
and
a drink,
yeah,
burn him a
they,
CD.
and 3 days later, you are signed with the biggest distribution for house music. You see, that's luck.
Yeah.
And after this, during 1 or 2 years, you can have no all the time. No or ghost, people ghosting you. This is
Yeah.
the, this can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the real nature of how a music industry career can go.
Yeah, yeah,
This is the
exactly.
truth.
And you don't know why. For there are periods. So sometimes it's 1 year, sometimes it's 2 years, and sometimes you see, I was in my peak like last year, and I don't know why last winter it wasn't that good for me. And now everything is coming back with the booking request. But like during 3 months, 3 or 4 months, nothing was happening. The labels were saying, "Oh no, next one, next one." And you see, so you have to fight all the time. It's not here. You have to fight to get it.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Even when you have a big year, like last year was very big, my best one, I had this not very good winter, you see?
Yeah.
So I was saying, what's happening? And 1 week, in 2 or 3 weeks, everything can come back. The labels, the bookings, you see?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So it
it's
reminds me of a
mm,
really high level not producer, businessman. He has a couple great books out. He speaks at seminars. The late great Jim Rohn, and he said, "Life is gonna have seasons, and no matter how good of a person you are, and no matter how hard you work, these seasons will come for you. And
yeah,
sometimes it's not hard work or anything that can fight them. There's
yeah,
beyond your control.
yeah,
You can't do anything." So he says it's about preparing for that. So when you're having a really successful high summer or high season, it's about managing your health, your finances, your spirituality, your psychological well-being, managing all of these things to be ready for a low season when it could come.
yeah, because it can happen when you don't think it's gonna happen. You
Mhm.
see, it's not under your control.
Right.
You see,
Yeah.
it's you
Life.
can't control this.
Yeah.
And there are many big names who have a career like this. Many, many, many.
Mhm.
So imagine for a DJ. A DJ is not an artist like Madonna or something. And even those people, their career is like this. A wrong album, a second wrong album, and
Yeah.
you see, so imagine we only DJs. We
Yeah.
are not Madonna.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
so you can have 2 or 3 years very bad. It, it happens to the biggest stars of the industry. So
Yeah.
why not for simple DJs like us? You see?
Yeah, sure, sure. What things, now that you've had this long of a career and you've seen these ups and down seasons, what helps you handle them, even though when you're not expecting them? Like how do you manage it, or what things do you do in preparation to know that it could happen at any time?
I just realized that sport was good for this.
Oh,
Doing
okay.
sports,
Yeah.
it helps you to still have the energy.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I just discovered this because I started sport last year when I
Okay.
was at my peak,
Cool.
and the bad winter arrived, like the 3 months I told you,
Yeah.
and we always no, no, no.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, and sport was good to fight against this because
Ah, that's
it
good.
gives you the energy. It's only about energy, you see.
Cool. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And it's not about your friends, because your friends, they can't understand those problems, because they see you traveling, they see you on the social media, you look like you're happy, but sometimes we are very,
People
you
don't
you
know.
see, you can, and I post less than before, because I realized that I was giving a vision of myself which wasn't true all the time. You see, by
Oh,
posting only the good things, you see, the good hotels, the first class, and etc., the flights. And I stopped to post those kind of things, because the people, they think that everything is perfect for you, you are in the perfect life, and it's sometimes not the case. Most of the time it's not the case. They think that you are winning millions of dollars, you see. And yeah, DJ is well paid, but as I told you, it costs a lot also.
yeah.
So all the money is not for us, you
Yeah,
see.
yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
sometimes there is no money, you see. You can have 3 months without interesting things, you see. 3 months, 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you need to be careful of. Now I post less, you see, because I don't want people to have a vision of me which isn't the truth, you see. So sometimes I have gigs, I don't post anything from the gigs. Yesterday I played the Habibi, it was fun, so I posted a video. But 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was in Miami. The party was very good. I didn't post anything from the party, you see.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't want to post everything, you see.
Yeah. Save some stuff for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, I keep it.
Yeah.
And you know what? The people that are booking me, they are not booking me for my lifestyle or my Instagram, or they book me for my music. They don't book me for my Instagram content, because I know that my Instagram is looking very bad, you see? So, and I don't want to have a nice Instagram perfect with millions of likes. I don't care about this, you see?
Right.
So I try to give the people the truth. So, yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Man, you got like at the end of the day, you have to move in a way through life that feels authentic for you.
Yeah, I try to
And
be authentic. Yeah, I try
yeah,
to be authentic.
yeah,
You have to show the nice things, but also the bad things. And sometimes the people don't have to see what you're doing every day. Why? So sometimes I'm posting like 10 stories a day, and during 2 weeks I don't post anything. You see?
yeah.
And
No, it's cool. I like that. We talk about this on the podcast a few
mm,
times now, I think, where it's
yeah,
like when I'd be waiting for a Jay-Z album, I didn't know what Jay-Z was doing for the 12 months in between. I'm
yeah,
just sitting here saying, "Man, when's the next album coming?"
yeah,
Right? I don't
perfect.
I don't know what
Yeah,
he's eating for dinner. I
yeah,
don't know if his daughter's doing well in school. All of these
exact.
things, you know,
But
like
sometimes you can do it,
yeah, of
because the
course.
people want it. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't have to be like a bastard not giving
Yeah.
them, but you can give them something like
Yeah.
not regularly, you see?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I like that. You tease them a little bit. Uh, Clement, I have another question, still pertaining to production because I'm still curious for myself here.
Yeah.
So, in 2025, with the fact that you can go and pay somebody a few $100s to get a song made, with the fact that there's AI tools. I mean, I was talking with my girl the other day. She showed me on Spotify this
Yeah.
band. It was a picture of four dudes, 1.5 million monthly listeners,
Mm-hmm.
completely AI band. Okay, so not
Yeah.
even a real, not even real people. Um, and then also, so you got these two things. Then you got someone like myself who still has a desire to learn how to personally and physically be able to go and make a track. What is one to do as a producer when we're living in these times where it's easy to take shortcuts? Our attention spans are so small, like a goldfish, 4 seconds scrolling through reels. So we can just say, yo, bro, I'm gonna send you a few $100, send me a song. Or I can go onto this AI program and type in what I want and have somebody have the software spit out a song to me,
Yeah.
but then still having this genuine desire to learn, to go soul searching deep and understand, who am I artistically? What do I want to put out there? And how can I figure out how to do this on a personal level? What do you suggest to someone that's trying to navigate this production world?
Yeah, it's very hard.
Mm,
There are many things to think. If you're honest with yourself, you will take your time. And if you take your time and you love it, you will have the results, I think.
I
But
love that.
to me, the people have to take their times to create something interesting. If you create for create, and if you create thanks to someone else, it's even worse. But if you create to create, it's not good. Take your time. That's why I'm saying to everybody, you take your time. And some people are saying that we need to be consistent, but I'm not very sure about this
Mm,
because you can be consistent having. I could release a track every 2 weeks, I think. But why? Just to be consistent and put some hardcover on my Instagram? Why? The people, they need to have time to take in consideration your content.
mm,
So I think it's better to have one track a year and communicate on this track all the year than having releases,
yep.
and releases that you create to create, not because you're happy with this. You release because maybe your manager told you, oh, you need to have releases. And one of the problems in the industry now is those managers, because most of the people are working with managements to get the good places to play
Yep.
and to get the good agents, because to get the good music agents, you need to have a manager. It's
Right.
the only one who will put you in the right booking agency. If you, even if you have the biggest track of the market, are knocking the door to the big booking agencies, if you don't have a management, they will not answer. Or they will say, no, 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 no. Maybe next week we will wait, we will see.
Hmm.
And so, and those managers, they keep you doing things that are not necessarily good for your career, I think.
Yeah.
So in a way, they are good because they are the only ones able to have you in agencies, but they make you do a lot of mistakes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess they're pretty money driven and success driven, like business minded.
Yeah, because this manager is working with other artists.
Hmm.
So he says, okay, so collaborate with my other artists. So a lot of new collaboration are born, and it's not good content. It's just association of names, and the content is not good.
Yeah.
And even for parties, you see, it's the same. Sometimes you see lineups and you say, oh, why this guy is playing with this guy? Oh, it's just because they are in the same booking agency.
Right. Politics.
You see? So,
Favoritism.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
politics. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cool, man. No, that's great stuff. Motivating for me. A couple questions left here, bro. So this one's a little bit fun. Three dreams. So, what is your dream venue to play that you haven't played yet in your career?
Hmm. Good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No idea?
Yeah, no ideas, honestly. Uh, what I can tell it's I dislike festivals.
Okay,
So
you prefer the more
yeah, yeah,
intimate.
yeah. So it's not a festival,
Okay,
and yeah, I don't know. I don't
cool.
know.
That's all right. What would you say then if you can't think of a future one? What's your favorite gig you've ever done in your career?
My favorite gig? Hmm. We will cut.
Yeah. We don't
Yeah,
want to favor
yeah,
any venues
because
here.
there are a few good ones.
Okay.
But let's say for the symbolic, my first gig out of Lyon,
Okay.
because it was with my friend Brodie,
Mm-hmm.
and it was at Ministry of Sound in London.
Wow.
So it crazy club, first time outside
Yeah.
with my best friend.
Oh man,
So yes,
a
it's this
dream.
one.
Yeah, super
The
cool.
party was very good.
Yeah.
I did better parties, but for everything is I chose this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice. I respect that, bro. Thanks for sharing. What about a dream collaboration?
Oh, Timbaland.
Whoa.
Yeah, and not doing something new. You see,
Yeah.
my style of house combined with his urban vibe. Yeah,
Yes.
Timbaland for
Oh
sure.
man, that'd be cool. I was just listening to his new album, A Bunch. I forget what it's called, but it's super Afro influenced. It's
Yeah,
very soulful. There's a bunch of songs I really like on there. I like what he's doing now.
yeah, like Timbaland. Yeah, for sure. It's the master of beats. You see,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I love those percussions. Those.
Oh man,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
the percussion king. Cool. Okay, so three dreams. We talked about dream venue, dream collab. What about a dream label? If you could get a song out on a label that you really like what they're doing, big or small.
I already did it.
Okay.
My first track on Basement Boys, distributed with Strictly Rhythm. That was my dream. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Cool. Cool.
And then I
Already
had another
manifested.
track on Strictly Rhythm, which was on a compilation by Eric Morillo,
Yeah.
and that was also a dream. So dream and luck.
Yeah.
And at that time, I had a lot of luck.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. Okay, last question. I ask it every single episode. Um, so if you can imagine there is a DJ producer in their hometown still it's 2025, right? So there's
Hmm.
social media, all these things, AI, ghost producers, everything. And this local DJ producer has aspirations and dreams of going international. Not
Hmm.
to necessarily be the next Black Coffee, let's say, but just breaking out of his home city, building a sustainable career that supports him, his family, that he wants to have him or her, sorry. What are three pieces of advice you would give to that local DJ that is looking to go international with his skills and sound?
To be patient, you see, but
Mm,
I already help a few guys and girls.
okay.
And yeah, the new generation is not patient, you see. So yes, just to be patient. And I can understand that some people want everything now, but with a little more, it's like in I love soccer, football. And when the young kids are playing on the field too early, it's very good because they appear everywhere. But they could be better if they would have been substitutes sometimes. You see,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and the new generation needs to know how to be a substitute
Yeah,
to become bigger, much bigger than the guy who helps you.
yeah,
You see.
yes, I got you. Okay, so
Because
patience.
I want the success for everybody. So for all the people who that I helped, I wanted them to be bigger than me, or at least similar, and all have success together.
I like
You
that.
see?
Yeah.
But some people they don't accept to be substitutes in the beginning and
Oh,
then
now I
to
got you.
you see?
Yes.
Like in soccer, like in
Yeah.
football.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
The best players they were substitutes and then they become the bigger
It's a
ones.
process.
Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
And yes, that's it.
Cool. Amazing. So that's patience. What about two more? Is there anything you could suggest for someone that's an okay producer that wants to elevate their skills? Do you recommend online courses, putting in more hours, finding a mentor like you did?
Yeah, I think that's important to have something physically with you.
Mm,
So if you have someone you can trust, it's good to spend times in the studio with him to show if he wants, to show how he does. You see, it's very important. It's better than YouTube and I,
agree.
I think those tutorials make you sound like everybody. If you teach with someone, you will sound better and different.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that because a lot of these tutorials is like how to make melodic techno like
yeah,
Anima,
yeah.
how to
So
make Afro house
buy
like
this
Grandpa.
sample,
Yeah.
buy this sample bank, buy
Yeah.
this software, and everything is done. Yeah, why not? But you will not be different. You see,
Yeah, I get it.
you can be different if you teach in the studio with someone,
Yes.
and the time you spend with him, you will have. If you're a real artist, you will have ideas. So
Yeah.
you will see how he does, and the in the same time you will think that oh he does like this, but if I do like this, I'm gonna be a little different, and maybe he's doing a mistake doing like this. You see,
Yeah.
if you are curious, and I worked with some people in the studio. They were watching me, and they took some of my ideas with pleasure, and I checked that they changed a little things on how I was doing it, and it was very interesting. You see?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
So
that. I feel
yeah,
like a good mentor, if we're talking about music production, a good mentor is going to help take what you're making in front of them and help you sound better.
yeah,
Not teaching you how to do what this guy is doing over here and making you copy him.
yeah,
Like if I'm working on an idea, I want my mentor in the past also to help me take this idea to the next level. Where in some instances, someone that's been like a co-producer, I send them an idea, they send it back to me and it sounds
yeah,
completely different.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, bro, I'm not saying what you made is bad, but like, where's the Brodie in it now? He's Brodie's no more here. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
But every people has his own thing, you see, in the studio.
Yes, yes.
So I have my tips, and I'm always happy to share them because even if I share how I do something, the people will not sound the same.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they will be inspired. Okay, he's doing like this, but it will not sound the same.
Yeah,
So maybe it will sound better. So if he sounds better, I'm gonna then copy him.
yeah, for
You
sure.
see,
Yeah.
but that's the game. Working with several people is interesting because it makes you and the team better. I do a lot of things alone. Back in the days, I was sharing studio times with some people.
Hmm.
Now, most of the time, I do everything alone. And doing this alone, I realized that sometimes I'm doing always the same thing. And if I was with some other people, I could get a small idea from here, from
Yes.
there,
Yep.
doing it my way, and create maybe better music.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Cool, brother. Wow. I'm so glad we got to do this.
Yeah, it was
I'm
good.
grateful
Yeah.
for your time. I'm like with this channel, bro, like I'm basically trying to connect with people more and more that are way further ahead of me in the industry,
Mhm.
learn from them, apply it to my own career, share with the world,
Yeah,
and
that's a
keep
good
doing good
concept.
stuff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So,
good.
Man, thank you again for being here. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge you. I mean, 20 plus years of doing this and still going strong, bro. I wish you more success ahead.
Thank you so
Very
much.
little
Yeah,
down
yeah,
times,
yeah.
short ones, long
Short
high
ones.
times,
Yeah, exact.
and
And
more power.
bigger peak times. I want them also.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the future is looking bright. So let's see.
Let's see. Let's see. Fantastic.
Let's see.
Cool, bro. Well, guys, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
being
much.
here. Brodienerotv TV. If you haven't yet, don't be a hater. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications. Like, comment, just engage with us, and we'll see you in the next episode. Much love. Peace.